Have you seen this totally fun kit from Crafty Stamp Co? And yes, that's a little play on words, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I'm going to show you what's in the kit today. So first off, everybody gets the zipper bag, and your whole kit comes in this zipper bag, which is awesome for storage. Now this is an item that everybody does not get. If you are a 3-month subscriber to the Crafty Stamp Co Crafty Crew Kit, then you will receive this ribbon. So each time the kit comes out, there is a special gift for subscribers. But you can buy these kits as one-off, just buy the kit itself. And these are pre-order only, and they're available April 1st through April 15th. So I will put all of that in the description, and I will leave the link and everything there. So let's take a look at what's in it. So first off, this is the first stamp set that you get. Now I'm going to set this one aside because we will take a better look at this one in just a moment, because this is the one we're going to stamp out. But here's the one for the Toadaly reason for that pun. And I know it's kind of bad, isn't it? But this one is called Toad Trip. So it's already a play on words for this stamp set because, road trip, toad trip. So I thought that was really cute. So in this one, you get 3 little toads. So there's 3 different toads that you get. Then you get a little sun. You also get a suitcase, a palm tree, an airplane, a map, and a passport. And then the stamps, you have some sentiments that say, every journey starts with a little hop, happy adventure, and life is an adventure, enjoy the ride. So I'm going to put this one away because I'll use this one in another video, but we're not going to be using this one today. You also get a paper pad. And so this paper pad always comes with these kits, comes with a sleeve to keep your paper in, which is awesome because you can put your scraps in this and your colored in images. You can put the sleeve as well. So I'll show you some of this paper really quickly. So this is a traveled theme kit. And so it is double-sided paper. So I'm showing you the fronts and the backs. And there's lots of bright colors in this one. I really love the colors in it. There's some blues in that one as well. And then you've got this one that's got the blues and the suitcase and your camera. It's kind of got a mixture of all the things that the previous papers had on them. And then you've got a green background. And then you've got this one that's got the airplanes and suitcases. And it's more of a blue theme. And you've got a blue background, a blue dotted background for it. And then this one with the airplanes and the clouds. And so the background is clouds for it as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put mine in the sleeve. So like I say, every time I open one of these kits, I'm just going to go ahead and put my paper pad into the sleeve, and I'll throw that plastic bag away, or either I'll save it because you can make, you can use it for projects. So I may save it for that. But then here is the stencil that comes to your kit. And so I'll be using that one in another video. But today we're just going to stamp out this little girl and her bike. And I can't remember what the names of these bikes are. There is a name for them. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just taking my finger and rubbing it across the stamp. I have found that this really conditions your stamps and gets it ready for stamping. It gets all of that oil off of it. And I've remembered when I was doing this who I saw who's recently gotten me to doing this, because I saw it in their video and now I've forgotten who it is. Sorry about that, but they do that, and I found that it works really well. And so I'm always trying to figure out a way to condition my stamps, but that's the best thing, is take your finger and just rub it and get all those oils off, so that, because if you don't, your first stamping is really hard to stamp a lot of times with any of these clear stamps from any company. And sometimes your first stamping is not good. But if you use your finger like that, your first stamping seems to always turn out really good. So I'm just using some black Memento ink because I'm going to be using alcohol markers to color this. So this ink does not run with alcohol markers. So that's why I'm using it. And you'll see that I am pressing down, and I'm going to bring in my ink bottle. My paint bottle. I do that a lot anyway. But my shoulder on my right side is messed up, and I am right-handed. So my left hand is not as strong. So I'm having to use my left hand for more things like this so that I don't make my shoulder hurt so bad from crafting. So I'm just going to use what I have. So, do what you have to do, right? Because I really love crafting. I just don't like the pain afterwards. So I'm trying to find ways that I can craft and still let this shoulder heal. So you can see I'm using my left hand, and then I just bring in the paint bottle each time. Larger stamps are a little bit harder to stamp, you know, when you have an injury like this, but this one was really easy. I mean, you can see that the image comes out really easy. I think I'm going to add ink one more time, just right there in the center. I didn't press hard enough, so I'm just going to add a little bit more ink, and then I will, I think the image looks pretty good now as it is, but I'm just going to add ink one more time, and then I'll stamp it this last time. These stamps really do, they've stamped really good. So this, like I said, the larger one's a little harder to stamp, but I have gone ahead and created another video for you. I am pre-recording everything early because I am having a little procedure, a little surgery done on at the end of this week. So these videos will actually, by the time these videos come out, I should be recovering pretty well from the surgery. So here is that stamp set. I'm just looking, it's got all kinds of little things on it. So there's a lot of little pieces, little stamps that you can use to create your backgrounds or to add to your cards. So I've gone ahead and colored in this little girl using alcohol markers. And so now I am just going to fussy cut her out, and then we'll get started on the card. So I love this piece of paper with this just black and white and gray, but I love it with the cameras. So I am going to use it to be behind the girl. I just thought it looked really good with her, and it makes her just pop off the paper. And then I'm going to bring in some black cardstock. Now, lately I haven't had any plans when I sat down to craft. I wasn't really sure what to create. So you'll notice in some of my videos coming up or that came out last week, it's like I have no idea what I want to create. So I just turn on the camera and start creating. So I'm just showing you my process today because I knew I wanted to color in this little girl and I wanted to use her, but I didn't even know what kind of card I was going to create. But I decided that I wanted to create this square. So I've gone ahead and cut out the black square to be 4 by 4. And then this one, I'm cutting it down to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That way, the black will frame out this decorative piece, and then we'll add the little girl to the front. Now, I am making an A2 size card, so this is going to be a kind of a large square on the A2 size card, but we're going to make it work. So now I'm just going to cut out this piece of paper to back it all, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/8 by 5, and I'm going to take it to my other trimmer to get the right, because this one I'm not going to be able to get it right, but I'm going to cut it down to 5 3/8. That way we can see my card base behind it, but we can still add this square to the front as well. And so by doing it 4 1/8 and 5 3/8, we get kind of the same frame around our card. So I'm just going to add the square to the front along with the square decorative paper. And then I'm going to add the girl. And so I've gone ahead and used my banner dies, and I've cut out some banners, and then I just trimmed those down. So you could create your own banners by just snipping the ends, but I had a banner die, and it was really easy just to use it. And so I've just kind of cut the ends off of it so that I can shorten them to put them right up under this. And I'm just going to figure out where I want them. And then I also know that I need to add a sentiment. So I'm going to add a sentiment to the top there. So first, for my sentiment, I am just going to use some anti-static paper onto my black paper. And then I'm bringing in some white ink. My white ink is not a bright white ink. So you can see I've already tested it, and I forgot to use the anti-static powder. So I came back and did it again. And you can see it's just not bright enough. So I use the anti-static powder so that when I stamp it, I can come back with some white embossing powder, and I'm going to emboss these words. That way it is a bright white. If I had bright white ink, I think it would have been fine just to stamp it with a bright white, but since my ink is more of it's not a bright white, it's more of a cream white, so it doesn't show up as good on the black. So I think this is going to be better with the embossing powder. And this is a small sentiment, so it's not going to take much to emboss it, but I love embossing anyway. I always find it magical as it's changing. Something about it, it's always magic. And I've been embossing for many, many years, and I love it every time I do it. So I'm just going to heat this up and Got to be careful though with these small words. I don't want to get it melting too much. I don't know if it could run and distort our thin letters. So we have really thin letters here. So as soon as it changes, I'm going to stop and be done with heating it. So then I'm just going to trim it out. And what I love about the this embossed white ink onto the black paper is when I was a child, we had this little handheld thing, and I don't even know what you call it, but you would dial up, it had a dial on it, and you would dial in the letters and then punch them out, and you make like little labels. It was some sort of label maker, but I don't know what. But it reminded me of that, and I absolutely loved how it felt. So I think it's going to be perfect on this card. So now I'm just going to layer everything up, and I know I'm going through this card fairly quickly, but since it had the unboxing, I wanted to just create a card using this kit today, but I didn't want to take up too much time. So, and this is a fairly simple card to put together because you just got a few little pieces to create. And I want to apologize for the color right now. That blue paper really affects the color in my camera, and I don't know why. I should have pushed it off screen, but I didn't realize it was doing it. But I'm going to go ahead and add the banners. And so for the banners, I'm using the blue paper, background paper that has the little pink hearts on it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm putting my square piece where I want it on my card front. And I'm not glued it down yet. I'm just gluing that banner down. So that way I know where I want my banner sticking out. And so then I'm just going to add each banner after that. And all I'm worrying about is lining up the clipped banner in. Not this straight end, because the straight end, I just clipped those off. I wasn't worrying about measurements. I just didn't want it going all the way across, underneath the paper. So you can see here, I've just clipped them, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just lining up the clipped ends, and I'm leaving just a hair of a gap. You can't really see the gap on camera, but there is a little gap in between each one. And then I'm just going to add the square on top. And then for my sentiment, I first lined everything up straight. And it looks cute, but the more I looked at it, I thought I accidentally knocked them, and I realized that I like them crooked, like all the pieces scattered on there, like I glued little labels on there. So I'm going to glue those on different directions so that they look, a little bit scattered. And like I said, I just love the feel of these with the embossing. It's just really cool. So I'm just adding those like that. And then I'm just going to add all of this to a blue card base. I just found this card base in my scraps. I have a scrap bin where if I make a card base up and I don't use it, I just put it over there with the scrap paper that I have for card fronts. So I found it in there, and I thought, well, this would be perfect I thought it looked really good with those little banners sticking out. I'm just going to add it to the blue card base, and then I have my completed card. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing me put this card together. I will be back next week using this kit. I will link below to the kit in case you are interested. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.